I just want to let y'all know about these events. It's just something I need to address on these things because a lot of people believe this. I used to be one of them that believed it. And I used to sometimes I used to get scared and everything. Sorry about that. I had to put my dog up. But I used to fear these things. I used to get scared when the blood moon's about to happen, or um, when they say a comet or an asteroid is coming close to Earth. When they used to say that a comet's going to hit the Earth at such and such day, a month, a year, whatever. All these events happening. That's in the Bible. I used to get scared of. They used to put me in fear because, they would come out and say this is going to happen. The end of the world is tomorrow or 2012, stuff like that, examples, basically. Or it's going to be 2022, I just get scared of all these things and all that stuff. It puts everybody in fear that something's going to happen, to draw negative energy from you. And people don't realize it, but that's what's going on. I just want to address these things. Now, they got something they're saying is going to happen on the 27th of this month. A blood moon is going to happen for 2 hours. And I guess it's going to be the longest that we ever had in history, I guess. And this is going to be a big event, like they always say. This is, it's a reason why I don't anymore go by what the Bible says anymore. Not fully, because we all know man made the Bible. We know that. So the Bible can't be completely 100% true. Can be. And you have to ask yourselves, like, you really have to just think about this. How could man predict a blood moon or a solar eclipse or anything but the weather? How could he have predicted all these weather events and that's going to happen? A tornado or rain. If it's going to be hot. How do they know all these things, people? Just understand what I'm saying. It's not something that's hard to figure out. It's common sense. It don't even take for you to be very intelligent to know these things. Y'all should automatically know that no one on this earth can predict anything unless they're doing it themselves. The only way you will know something's going to happen, the only way you will know if it's going to rain tomorrow, or 2 or 3 days from now, or it's going to be 90 degrees 4 or 5 days from now, the only way you will know that stuff is if you're doing it yourself. They will never know about a blood moon happening on the 27th, and today's the 24th. They predicted this way before the 24th, though. But how would they know a blood moon is going to happen on the 27th? They predicted all these blood moons, and it actually happened. How is that possible when God is the one that's supposed to be doing these things? If God is doing all this stuff, like the Bible tells you, the sun is going to be dark, the moon is going to be blood, and stuff like that, and signs in the stars and everything. Blood waters, fish is dying and everything. All these things that's going on this earth. You have to ask yourself, is this really coming from God or man? Because if you think about it, everything that's happening is coming from man. It's not happening from God. Why would God kill fishes? Why would God do all these things just to give you signs to make you believe that he exists? So he's killing people. He's letting all these things happen to people for you to believe in him. Y'all always say that this person died for a reason. God had to take him and stuff like that. Um, God killed him or God killed her. But not in a bad way, but he killed him. He took him home through a car accident, or he took him home by them getting squished by a machine, or he took them home by them jumping off the cliff and taking their own life. Or God took the babies home by using a man to rape them, and they end up dying by being raped or getting shot. So it was time for them to go home. God did all this stuff. Y'all need to think about what y'all saying. Or, God gave you this or God gave you that when you're the one that went out to go get it. It didn't magically appear to you when you prayed for it. You went out to go get it. It's just you didn't get it at the time because it probably wasn't available, or they probably lied to you for you not to get it, but then later on you end up getting it and you say, thank God I prayed for this and it actually happened. No, you got it yourself. Because if you don't do anything, people, what's going to happen if you don't do nothing? You just pray for everything that you pray for. If you pray for money, if you pray for this and that, and a house, is it going to just randomly come to you? Just think about that. It's not going to just magically appear to you if you don't do anything to get it. God is not giving you anything. You're doing it yourself. You're getting your own things. Why are you thanking God that you got something when you're the one that worked to get it? You're giving God praise for something that you done. Why would he want you to praise him and you're the one that worked hard to get it? Instead of you thanking God, instead of you thanking yourself, you're thanking God. And God is a man-made name, if you want to call it, which is not a name, it's just something they came up with. Just think about all these things I'm telling you. I don't care what nobody says about me. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care if you don't believe in me. That's not what I'm here for you to like me. I'm not here for you to like me. I'm just here for you to hear the truth. That's it. If you can't handle it, you have an exit button that you can go back on right here. If you got a computer, you can press that back button right there. So all you gotta do is plain and simple. Like I said, I'm not here for anyone to like me or to believe anything I'm saying. Y'all pray to God about everything, but y'all can never go to him in prayer and ask who I am or if I'm telling the truth. Y'all can never do that. But y'all say everything else on y'all page or to people, but you can never ask anything about me. None of you. And honestly, I don't care if y'all believe me or not because I have proof of who I am through people I didn't even know. You got people claiming to be someone, and all they do is curse and smoke weed, smoke cigarettes, and just act ghetto on video. But they claim to be something or someone. Like I said, I say cuss words sometimes because I be upset of the fact that I just know so much truth, and it hurts when you know things that's true, and sometimes I let it get to me and I just say a few things and I know it's wrong and I apologize for that, and I always do apologize, and I would say that I do know I curse sometimes, and I admitted that a lot of times, and at least I am admitting it, because I'll be lying to myself saying I never curse when I have been cursing on this camera. So if I wasn't real, I would never even apologize to y'all of just saying cuss words. And I'm a grown man, but I apologize because you don't need to curse just to get a point across. You don't. And my mom told me that, and um, I understand. It just, when I get upset, I just don't think straight, and I just know a lot of people is not listening, and I curse sometimes so people can probably take me seriously, because people don't listen to nice people. And it's the truth. People don't listen to nice people no more. They listen to people that curse, that act ghetto, and everything else. That's the people that people listen to nowadays. They don't listen to people that's coming to them nicely. And I know I shouldn't be like that, and just to get a point across. And I'm sorry about that. So I'm gonna try my best not to curse when I make videos, no matter how upset I am. And as y'all heard, I said try. Okay, so I'm not perfect down here. It's just I just let things get to me because I know so much truth, and it hurts that y'all don't know the truth and y'all live in a lie, and that should hurt y'all as well. But for some odd reason, y'all don't take it seriously because y'all don't see the same thing that I see on this earth. Y'all see what y'all want to see and not what y'all should see. But and everything on this earth is common sense as far as what's going on around you, but what man is actually doing. Like I said, for an example, that they are basically the ones that's causing these blood moons and all this stuff that happen. They are the ones that's coming up with these events to make it seem like the Bible is actually completely true. How many more signs do you need for Jesus to come? Just think about this, people. This has been going on before you were even born with these events. And back then, before you were born, they said that Jesus was going to return before you were even born. Yes, I'm talking to you that's watching this video. Every last one of you that's watching this video, you've been told by your mother or father that Jesus was going to come. I'm pretty sure a lot of you been told that by your grandparents, your great-great-grandparents, and way before that. You've been told this. And for some odd reason, you're still here. But the events that happened and that was supposed to happen in the Bible with the blood moon, everything has happened plenty of times. But the end of the world and Jesus Christ never came. It never came. But you have World War I and II, which is, I guess you can say, is supposed to be the end of the world. If it's a world war, dealing with the world, dealing with all countries. But people survived the wars, both of them. The earth didn't end. The people are still here. that survived it, and they started over again in both wars. And people talking about World War III, and it's going to be the end of the world. Well, you had two other ones that didn't end the world. It didn't end mankind. It just people. It was just a stage event, basically. You know, it was they planned this to happen, just like they planned 9/11. They planned all these things to make the Bible seem true, so they can keep repeating this over and over and over again. And if they do this again, this will be the third time they have repeated this. Just think about it. Yeshua never came. And you have World War I and II. If a great war happened, why didn't Jesus come and get his people? Twice. 2 wars. And you're still here. The next generation is here and not in heaven. And you're talking about a World War III happening. So in this World War III, should Jesus come? Because guess what? It's a war. The first war that happened, he should have came then. Because it's a war. Dealing with the world. But he didn't come. He didn't stop no missiles. The war didn't happen at all. It actually happened. So where is Yeshua, Jesus Christ? Just think about these things, people. It's not hard to figure out. You know something is not right about this earth. You know things are planned out. So why are you trying to make it seem like it's a delay in everything with God? Why would he keep delaying the so-called rapture? Why would he keep delaying it? Why would he keep doing this to his people when he promised that he would come back and take his people out of this wars and everything else, suffering and pain and everything? But y'all came through 2 wars. Some of the people is not even here anymore. They've been through the wars. That have seen it. That actually seen it. A lot of them is not even here anymore. These people has aged. Some of them can barely talk, can barely walk, or anything, or hear. But Jesus didn't come for them. And they were good people as well. He didn't come. They are still here. They are your grandparents that's still here, that has been waiting for him as well in their lifetime. But he never shown up when they had a war the first time. When they had a war the second time. He didn't show. So he delayed his rapture, his coming, for your people to suffer. Watching everybody die in these wars. Not even stopping it. Not even preventing it from happening. Not even showing a sign in the sky that he's here or anything. People died. In both wars, people have died. Men, women, and children, babies as well, have died. No Jesus Christ showing up in the sky. It was planned out. All these things is planned out, people. Just think about what I'm saying. You know I'm telling the truth. Just like back in the day, they were getting hyped up as well when they were told that Jesus Christ is coming. For years they've been saying this. This ain't the first time, people. This ain't the first time in our lifetime, in your mom's lifetime. What the? That light just turned off on its own. Just a second. I'm just getting to the switch. I'm trying to. That is strange. The light just turned off on its own. I had to come back over here and turn it on. Okay. Okay. But I'm pretty sure y'all know that a lot of things is not right on this earth. Y'all can see it. And just ask yourselves, how do they know these events is going to happen on a certain day? How can they predict the weather and everything else? Because the only way anyone can predict anything is if they're doing it themselves. The weather, blood moons, pink moon, blue moon, all these moons, and solar eclipses. How do you know this stuff's gonna happen? Y'all should know, it's common sense that everybody should know that the only way someone can predict something that's gonna actually happen all the time, all your lifetime, is if that person is doing it themselves, because they cannot tell you something that they are not doing themselves. If the weather is going to be a certain thing, or if it's going to be hot, let's say it's going to be 90 tomorrow. How will they know that it's going to be 90 tomorrow? The sun is not even here to even get off heat. They haven't really done anything to determine the weather for the whole 2 to 3 to 4 week chart of the actual weather. You can look this up and you will see weeks of the weather already set up, and it actually be that temperature they say is going to be within weeks before it even happened. That's predicting, people, and it hasn't even happened yet. So how could they know within 3 weeks time that it's going to rain and be sunny afterwards with cloudy skies or something? How would they know these things? How would they know when it's going to snow before it even started snowing? Just think about this. How did they know the temperature is going to drop dramatically because of winter? How do they know these things before it actually happens? They will have to know the exact same day of what the weather is going to be so they can determine what the final weather is going to be that day. Because that day, they'll be able to see, they'll be able to feel the temperature of outside and everything. Then they'll be able to determine what it's going to be for that day. Then they can tell us what it is, because we wouldn't know, because we can feel it outside, but we don't know what it is. So that same day, when they do all their little experiments, then they tell us that same day what it's going to be. Not in 2 or 3 weeks of advance. And they be correct all the time. Just think about this. So you know that man is doing these things. They're doing everything to make the Bible completely true. They're setting up all these events. They are the ones that's killing these fishes. They are the ones that's contaminating the water to make it turn red, to make it sound like it's in the Bible. They are the ones that's turning the moon blood red. They're causing these events to happen. So y'all can live in fear every time. Because when y'all see these things happen and y'all read the Bible, y'all know the signs, the sun, the moon, and stars, right? If a sign is happening in the moon with the red moons and you got the pink and the blue and stuff happening, y'all gonna see, oh, that's a sign from God right there. See, the Bible is completely 100% real. And the sun, oh man, the is a solar eclipse. That's a sign from God right there again. And the stars, you see a shooting star. Oh look, a shooting star. That's a sign from God again. All that stuff been happening for hundreds of years. Is somehow still a sign from God that He's coming. He done this 1,000 times in the sky, way before you were born, and for some odd reason we're still here. Nothing's happened. Um, but people kept saying that the world's going to end in so many years. 2000, people got so scared that we started to go out and back candles and everything because we thought the power was going to really go out and the planes going to fall from the sky and stuff. And we thought he was going to do a EMP attack basically on ourselves to make it seem like the world is going to end, but it wasn't. They were just going to make this event happen. The world is never going to end because the earth is still going to be here. The earth is not going to end. You all need to get out of fear, live in the fear, because fear is evil. It is not good. It draws negative energy from you to feed the people or beings that's in control of you. That's all they doing is drawing negative energy from you, from this Bible. I'm telling you the truth. It is not a lie. I used to be a Christian. I used to live in fear myself. I used to fear so much of going to hell so bad that I didn't want to do anything wrong. I used to be so scared. I'm telling you people, I know how it feels to live in fear of the Bible, of God, because when you live in that fear, by you knowing His capabilities, what He's capable of, because of what the Bible tells you, that you will go to hell for so many things. But God knows you're not perfect, but you will go to hell for it. He will take His own children that He created to hell, that's been corrupted, and it's not even their fault. It's going to take you to hell because of what you done. That's minor or small. I ain't talking about the big ones that people kill people and stuff. I ain't talking about that stuff. I'm talking about minor, small things. You all need to wake up. This is not a joke. It's a serious. I'm just trying to wake y'all up because this stuff is just, it's common sense. If y'all can see here, there's an event. It's going to happen on the 27th with the blood moon. How do they know it's going to happen? They use these churches just to get money off you. This Christianity stuff, this religion stuff is all used to make money, nothing more, and just to lie to you and to dumb you down so you will never know the truth about anything. They don't teach anything in churches anyway. These pastors don't tell you the truth about nothing. Nothing at all. You're not learning anything. Just like when you go to school, you're not learning anything but just to work for white men. And that's the truth. Well, I'm going to just say men because some people might get offended by that. So I'm going to just say, or they might take it in a racist way. So I'm going to say, work for men. It's the truth. Please, people, until you awaken yourself, until you get out of this system they got you in, believe in all this stuff, until you all come together and answer questions, ask questions. You will never be free until you fight for it, actually try to do something about it instead of being scared and going to work and going to school and repeating this cycle of the system that they want you to live in over and over, and then your children is going to live the same life you live because you didn't want to wake up and want to fight for your freedom so that your kids can have freedom. You're all just focused on yourselves and nothing more. Y'all don't understand that by y'all not doing anything and never going to do anything, that you're putting your children in danger by not doing anything. You got your kids believing what the government wants them to believe. You're teaching your kids what the government is teaching you, which is lies. So you're spreading it to your kids about space, planets, and the earth that is a ball spinning 1,000 miles an hour and everything goes. You're teaching your kids lies. But it's not y'all fault. But by y'all knowing this, why are y'all still doing this to your children? Stop thinking about yourselves and think about your children so they can be free from the system and not be enslaved and going to work and going to school, paying all this money to go to school to learn nothing, and then to get out, get their GED or whatever, to get no job in what they took up in. They still gonna be struggling even after they get that piece of paper that don't mean anything. Just letting men know they're good or capable of working for them. That's it. Didn't teach you how to make your own business. It just taught you how to work for them. That's it. You need to wake up and stop letting fear get to you. Fight for your freedom. Question everything that's going on and stop fearing man, which is God. Stop fearing man. Because you're not fearing God, you're fearing man. Man has you fearing them, but they replaced it with God. So you won't know that you're basically fearing man. That's the reason why y'all not doing nothing. Because y'all fearing man. You're not fearing God, you're fearing man. Because you're living a life they want you to live. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. This ain't no lie. This is not something that y'all cannot see. This is something that y'all do every day. Y'all do what the clock tells you to do. You do what the government tells you to do. You're not doing what you want to do. You're doing what they want you to do. You're living the life that they want you to live. You're not living the life that you want to live. Because you shouldn't have to suffer. Go to work your body out, going through all these pains and suffering just to live the life that you want to live. You're not happy. Stop pretending that you're happy with your life because you're not. You're just used to your life. So yeah, you're happy with it because you're used to what you got. And you're happy with it. You're used to it. But if you had the option not to go to work, you wouldn't go to work. Because you wouldn't want to. Because you know it's wrong. You know it's slave. You know it. I understand a lot of people like their jobs, but you're so used to your job that you like it. If your job is not hard working, yeah, you're gonna like your job because it's not hard. But if you working hard doing construction and all that stuff, that's slavery. And the way they got us working is just too much for the body to handle. It ages your body faster because you have a lot of stuff going on with your body, breakdowns, and a lot of things going on with your body because they're overworking you. There's nothing wrong with working. They're just overworking you purposely. We shouldn't be working like this, people. I'm trying to tell y'all young to wake up. Just because I'm young does not mean I don't know anything. It's just I'm awake. When you awake, knowledge comes within yourself. And you automatically know things that you never even experienced yourself. But you just know. It's common sense. They're dumbing you down so that common sense, that knowledge within yourself won't come to you. All you know is what they taught you. So basically all you know is lies. That's all you know. So when you talk to people about things, you're telling them lies. But it's not your fault. Because that's what you were taught. That's what you know. Please, people, just wake up. Just ask yourself. Just keep saying to yourself. And if you want to wake up yourself and fight for your freedom and everything, just keep saying this. How do they know all these events are going to happen before it happens? How do they know? And it's always right. Hopefully that will get to you to the point where you know that all these things are staged and that you're living a lie. Hopefully that will wake you up and say, I need to fight for my freedom. I need to fight because this is going to keep going on. Levert was right. This is going to keep happening until we all come together and stick up for ourselves and question everything that the government lied to us about and everything else. What we actually live on. What is this earth? What is going on? What is all these things that's going on? Like why are they spraying chemtrails in the sky? Why are they doing these things? Why? Question everything. Hopefully this video will wake y'all up. I pray and hope it does. I love you all. Take care.